Hello, welcome back to Truthseekerstea. My name is Kate, and I just want to first off say I'm so thankful to have you here for today's pick a card reading. I really do appreciate your presence and your time. So for today's reading, we're going to be looking at who is thinking about you and why are they thinking about you. I'm going to be looking to pick up on the person that is the most prominent in your energy field, but of course you could have more than one pile that you may resonate with. So today there are 4 piles to choose from. For pile number 1, we have the Art of Adventure Tarot with the selenite heart crystal. For pile number 2, we have the Tarot of the Divine with this angel aura crystal point. For pile number 3, we have the Morgan-Greer Tarot with this blue calcite palm stone. And for pile number 4, we have the Mermaid Tarot with this clear quartz heart. So go ahead and tune into whatever piles or pile you're feeling the most drawn to. We'll be starting off the reading with a check-in to see who this person is. So that would be a great opportunity for you guys to try to intuitively figure out if you know who this person is. So you can figure out whether or not it's a pile that you do want to listen to. We will be doing an extended reading. I will be giving more information about what the extended reading is going to be on during your pile. So definitely keep an ear out for that if you do feel like your pile is really resonating with you and you might want to go deeper into the topic or expand. Or we may go deeper into a certain topic we talk about in the pile, or we may go into another topic, but in the same realm of the same connection. So other than that, I will have the timestamps linked down below, along with any information about the tarot decks, any information about me. So go ahead and go to the description box if you want to find any of that, and I will have the extended readings linked down there as well. And I think that is all I have, so I will see you at your pile. Hello, pile number 1. If you chose the Art of Adventure Tarot and the Selenite Heart, then this is going to be your reading where we're looking at who is thinking about you and why are they thinking about you. So we're going to start off by looking at some oracle cards to see who this person is, and then we'll use tarot to get some clarification on that, and then we'll be pulling some oracle cards about why this person is thinking about you, and anything else that comes through using both oracle and tarot. So let's get into this. So we have the eagle. We have woman holding a heart. This person does not need to be a woman, by the way. That's just information to use. But yeah, this definitely could be either male or female or any of the above, any other possibility. We have afraid of the attic. We have inside looking out. We have the painter, productivity and creation. We have harmony and assertion. And this is sun in Libra and sun in Aries. Okay, so this is someone, they could have Libra in their placement. This person's coming through with much more air energy, I would say, than fire necessarily. But it almost feels like this is someone who is prone to overthinking or is prone to letting their fears hold them back. I feel like this person may be prone to a lot of rumination or fearful thinking about the future. Like, if I take this step, then what if that happens? So this person may over intellectualize their feelings, and they honestly have a very active mind. And so I feel like sometimes this person, it feels like they're actually a pretty good mix of both fire and air, but I feel like sometimes this person doesn't act out on their passion or doesn't express themselves due to overthinking or fear of being seen. It's almost like they'd prefer to be on the sidelines. And so the main themes that are being highlighted to understand who this person is, it's someone who you may feel like they hold back a lot. They may struggle with a lot of self-doubt because with the harmony card here, it's giving me that Libra energy that can be indecisive, where it's like, it's really difficult sometimes for Libra people to make a decision on something or just act because they try to go back and forth and see each side of the situation. And so I feel like this person can be really prone to overthinking, like it could go good this way or it could go bad that way, and like what are the potential pros and cons. And I feel like that sometimes can get in the way of this person just expressing themselves from their heart or just being authentic in the moment, because I feel like they don't trust themselves or they're afraid of what people will think if they do just act before thinking. So what's really funny is that we have the Aries sun, which Aries is all about taking action without too much deliberation. And interestingly, we have the decision at the back of the deck on this card. So again, there's a feeling here of potential energy in this situation. It feels like this person is holding themselves back currently from this situation, but it feels like they have something to express, or if not to express, something to address. I don't know if there's a potential for conflict, but it feels like there's something here where if this person takes action, they're almost afraid of things going wrong, or they're afraid of opening a can of worms or something. It's like so I'm not exactly sure why that is, but there's this sense here that they're afraid of the conflict that could come from them really showing themselves and expressing themselves. So it's like they hold themselves back a lot. And I think essentially what this person really needs is to learn to take action and trust that they will be able to learn from whatever the result is. So it feels like it's someone who's really passive or really waits on opportunities and may even be prone to missing out on opportunities because they're in their head, or they're overthinking, or they're too worried about how things would play out, you know? So it feels like this person may need to take some kind of action that may have to do with you. They may need to say something. They may need to address something. Maybe they need to be vulnerable. It could be about their feelings with the woman holding a heart. Yeah. And so I want to get more information with tarot, but that's really what I'm getting so far, is that this person, I think, holds back from expressing their truth due to being very careful and being very deliberate in the actions that they take, to a point where they may even sometimes be misleading, or they may even give people the idea that it's kind of that energy coming through of not making a decision is making a decision. And so I think sometimes this person may forget that, or they may, because they're afraid of what might happen if they do decide something, because then the responsibility would all be on them. It's almost like this person can sometimes be more comfortable with whatever repercussions come from them not acting, rather than them acting and risking feeling like they made the wrong decision, is what I'm getting. And so with the painter here, with creation, I feel like what's kind of coming to my mind is how, I was just talking about this with someone, but like, it's really interesting or for me, at least in my life, I'm trying to get more into art and more into creativity that way. And one of the most fun things, but also almost for some people uncomfortable things about art, and I'm even getting like left brain versus right brain. I don't even know which one's which, but I think the right brain's more artistic. Like, let me know if I'm wrong, but it's almost like that kind of lateral thinking. There isn't a right answer. And I feel like sometimes this person has a hard time realizing and remembering that they themselves, and this is kind of my opinion, but it's also like the way I conceptualize the world, is that we're all creators. And so there isn't necessarily a right or wrong action to take. We're just creating, you know? And so we're taking these actions and we're painting our life essentially. And what's important to remember in order to be more free flowing and to not get so stuck in our heads, it's like remembering that we all are here learning and creating our experience. And in art, there's no way to make a mistake, you know? And I feel like this person sometimes has a hard time with that kind of logic of remembering that there are certain situations that it's not like math where you can get to the right answer, or it's not like where you can do enough research and come to the right conclusion. Sometimes the only way you can know is by jumping straight into the fire and seeing what happens, you know? And so I think there's this energy here of holding back and missing out potentially, due to being afraid of making a mistake, or maybe embarrassing themselves or something like that. But yeah, it's like this person needs to make a decision. It definitely feels like that's a theme here. So let's get in with tarot and see who this person is, and then we'll be looking at why this person is thinking about you. Can you please tell us about pile number 1's person? Who is this person, please? We have the Hermit. We have the 7 of Swords. And it's this very secretive energy with the Hermit here. I feel like this person truly spends a lot of time in isolation deliberating like their actions and what they should do. It's like I feel like this person doesn't open up too much. In the 7 of Swords, it's secretive. This person can even be secretive. And I'm even hearing like move in silence. It's like this person doesn't want to be seen. We have the Hangman. Yeah, and the Hangman is that energy that I was getting where it's like I feel like this person can be secretive about their motives or about their feelings as like a way of self-protecting. And with the Hangman, I'm getting it to a little bit of a imbalance where it's like this person may be too passive in situations that may require them to express themselves, or that it's like they maybe need to take some kind of an action, but they take on this complacent energy, or this energy where they're just kind of waiting to see what happens. It's really dominant in their energy. So I'm not surprised to see the Hangman or the Hermit, because I'm getting like with the inside looking out, it's like, it's almost staying, it's like they try to not get involved almost. There's an energy here of trying to stay on the periphery or trying to keep their hands clean is what I'm getting. And with the 7 of Swords here, I'm not getting it in an overly negative way, because the 7 of Swords can be about deception, or it even can be, you know, someone having negative intentions. But if anything, I'm getting that this person can feel very restricted to a point where instead of just being uninhibited, almost like a child would be, where children like don't have very much strategy in the way that they're coming across or communicating, this person's coming across very strategic. Like they feel like they have to be very careful and strategic with what they do. And I think it really leads this person not really showing their true cards. This person keeps their cards very close to their chest. And it's not coming from a place where they're trying to manipulate others. It's truly this indecisive and self-protective energy that I'm getting. And also not wanting to cause a problem. I'm getting that this person almost wants to move in silence so they don't... Like, I'm almost getting the energy of when... for example, if my parents like had people over or something and like I was feeling antisocial, like, but let's say like I needed to get like a snack from downstairs, like I would like in silence, like wait to see where everyone is and then try to like move really quickly. And then I maybe hide behind the pantry and check out this. It's like that. It's almost like where this person's avoiding confrontation or avoiding being seen and being addressed. It's like they want to kind of avoid that is what I'm feeling. Sorry, that was loud. All right, what else could you tell me about pile number 1's person? Or they may even be waiting for just the right time here too as well. Yeah, we have the 8 of Swords and the Moon. The 8 of Swords, it's that energy of this person feeling stuck or feeling very burdened by their thoughts and anxious thoughts and like what if. And the Moon is all about fears as well. So this person is very fearful, has a lot of fears, and is very afraid of and it's also giving me the energy with the Moon here of like, you know, when you feel like scared and so you have to like move really quietly or you don't want anyone to hear you or something. So there's just like a lot of fearful energy and this feeling of like feeling like they need to stay out of sight or something. I'm very curious to get into why they're thinking of you or like what is happening. But yeah, there's a lot of avoidance here and feeling like their hands are tied behind their back, feeling like they feel this weight of responsibility for, it's almost like they're avoiding negative repercussions. I don't know if this person needs to tell you something that they're like afraid of a reaction or something. It feels like this person's truly hiding or something and is very afraid of being seen or being forced to make a decision or something. It's like the 8 of Swords can talk about a victim mentality. It can also just talk about like being bullied by your own thoughts and thinking a lot of thoughts that make you feel like, almost like the 8 of Swords could be this feeling where you in your mind think everyone is expecting something out of you and it's going to be terrible if you make some kind of move and it's going to ruin your life. And it's like, those are all just like fearful thoughts that aren't really real. So I feel like what's coming out is this person really struggles with a lot of fearful thinking and fear of like what their actions might cause, or they're afraid of facing some sort of repercussions that are blown out of proportion in their mind in regards to the situation. All right, let's get one more. All right, we have the Nine of Cups here and the Queen of Cups. So it's interesting to see the Queen of Cups again, because, I mean, that reminds me of the woman holding a heart. So that could be you guys. With the Nine of Cups here, it's telling me that this person has a lot of fears in going for what they want. They may even feel like in this situation, maybe they feel like they can't directly move towards you, or like, because with the Nine of Cups here, it's telling me that this person has a lot of fears in moving, taking action confidently towards what they want. So they may even feel like, maybe when they feel like there's something at stake, like they maybe feel like if there's like an emotional situation here, if there's something at stake that they really want, maybe it causes them to go into this extra secretive mode where they're just like waiting for the opportune moment to take some kind of an action. But it feels like this person, maybe when it comes to expressing their emotions or expressing themselves, going for what they want with the Nine of Cups, they can be very passive and very fearful. They may even feel undeserving, or they may feel like if you trust your gut and go for what you want, maybe a lot would go wrong. So there's this very cautious energy I'm getting. And I'm very curious. Let's just get in now, because I want to see like why this person is, what they're feeling for you, or what, like why they're thinking about you. So we're going to get into that. I'm going to pull some oracle cards and I'll be right back. Okay, so I have now pulled some oracle cards to see why this person is thinking about you. So I'm just going to lay them out. We pulled quite a few. So we have Magical Space Clearing Time, Two Little Witches. We have the Thinking Man, which is no surprise. This person must have some sort of air in their chart, or they may have qualities of an air sign, meaning that they can be a little bit flighty and potentially fickle, but they also are logical, rational, usually very intelligent. They don't let their emotions kind of sway them. They're not aggressive, you know, but there's an energy here of someone who's very thoughtful, I could say. We have the Energy card. We have Never Ending Story and Treasure Island. We have the Sleeper, Cause and Effect. We have Musician, Inspiration and Gratitude. We have the Chiromancer, Delivering News, Collaboration. We have Your Dreams Are Closer Than You Think. We have the All-Knower. The Mouse. This is an earth sign, but I thought this mouse was funny because I read the guidebook of it, and it literally talked about someone who's kind of nervous and detail-oriented and likes to really prepare for everything. So I thought that was very on point for what energy we were getting from them. We also have influence, which is Mercury and Libra. So more Libra energy. Okay, so I definitely feel like I need tarot to really confirm the messages that I'm getting. But what I'm feeling for this person is, it feels like this person has recognized how they allowed past negative energy or stale energy, past situations, potentially influence their actions and opinions towards you, is what I'm feeling. And when we have influence here, I feel like this person may have been influenced actually by other people. This person maybe should have taken some kind of action towards you in the past, but they may have fallen into indecision and wasn't able to assert themselves. Because this influence card also talks about how Libra Mercury can be someone who sees both sides of the situation to such a strong degree that they fail to kind of take a side, or they fail to take responsibility for the need to have an opinion. And so I feel like with this Treasure Island card here, this card talks about being able to discern what is of value to you. And it's about also, in the reverse position, it talks about learning to not just accept some kind of situation not going the way that you wanted it to. So it talks about being in this energy of, which I was kind of picking up on for your person, where I feel like maybe if something, let's say that they missed out on something that they really wanted and it was because they didn't take action towards it, I feel like this person would have a tendency to just kind of dwell in failed expectations and not really take responsibility for making those changes that they need to make in order to be in alignment with what they wanted, if that makes sense. So it feels like this person has something to communicate to you. It feels like, especially with this delivering news and collaboration, I feel like this person has had something they need to open up to you about for a really long time now, honestly. And it's like they have avoided it. And I feel like with the sleeper, cause and effect, this talks about how something in your past, it's time to kind of recognize where your actions or lack of actions have created your circumstances. So with the thinking man here, I feel like this person is really trying to strategize and come up with some kind of a game plan to either express some kind of affection to you, to apologize for something in the past, or to even just acknowledge something. There may be some conversation that needs to be had here, or there could just be a lot of things left unsaid. And so it's almost like as this person has been clearing out maybe some of the things that were blockages in the past, they're starting to recognize that there maybe is more potential here than they originally took action towards. And with the musician, inspiration and gratitude, I feel like there's an energy here of this person thinking about you in terms of kind of realizing how the stories that they tell themselves about their past or about themselves have influenced the way that they interacted with you in a way that they feel regretful about, or in a way that didn't capitalize on what was possible in this situation. And it could have been that they didn't put the energy in that was required, because this energy card talks about how good intentions or like wishful thinking isn't enough to actually water a plant. It requires dedication and hard work in order to preserve and help something to grow. So I feel like this person is maybe seeing certain things that they overlooked. And it could even be that this person is so logical and detail oriented that they were surprised to see that there were certain blind spots that they had about themselves. And I feel like they think about you with this treasure island. I feel like they see you as some kind of a prize, or they see you as something that maybe they didn't know that they really wanted, or they may have like let you slip between their fingertips, or they may have just missed an opportunity with you because they weren't in a receptive energy, or they weren't taking enough action towards you. So I want to get into tarot to really clarify and get to the root of it, because I definitely feel like I need some more clarity here. I'll take reversals as well. So why is pile number one's person thinking about them? And I'm even seeing here that like with the never ending story, there's like this person and it has this heart, and it's like this thing that says, love me. Yes, no, yes, no. And so there's this indecision here, or again, it feels like this person, because of their own indecision that they experience within themselves, it may have made them lose out on an opportunity with you, or it may have just been that they didn't play their cards right or something. But it feels like they have a good intention towards you. It feels like they want to make something up to you, or it almost feels like they want to tell you how much they did admire you, is what I'm getting as well. But there's this fearful energy still here with the mouse and the thinking man. It's like, I feel like you might have been a lesson for this person to see where their logic fails, or to see where they may need to be more flexible in the way that they engage with the world. Because we have two cards also indicating, like, the all knower card is also about like the high priestess. And so it could be that this person, because they're so entrenched in their logical mind or overthinking, they may have missed what their intuition or what their heart was telling them here. And it's like they may have not trusted enough. I'm also getting that trust is an issue for this person. Yeah, I'm just seeing here like the Ace of Swords and the Eight of Pentacles. It's like they didn't have clarity around, they didn't put the work in here, and it feels like they missed out on an opportunity. Let me get some more though. Let's see. Okay, so for pile number one, why is pile number one's person thinking about them? We have the Ten of Cups. Yeah, it's like this person's realizing some kind of a potential that was here that you maybe were able to make them really happy, but because of the energy that they were carrying, they weren't open to it, or they didn't even realize what they had right in front of them. We have the Queen of Wands. So there's an appreciation for you again. So with the Queen of Wands here, I feel like this person feels they think about you because they feel very inspired by you. They almost feel like you're so you guys may have fire in your chart, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. They may even be inspired in some capacity by your passionate nature, like the way that you are very fiery. You know, it's like this person maybe didn't even realize how much they needed that, or how much they admired it, or how much they were missing of that, essentially. Because I feel like this person is so contained or controlled and logical that I feel like when it came to actually creating long-term happiness, it's like they were very drawn to you, but I feel like they didn't fully logically put together why, or like it's like they didn't understand their attraction towards you. They didn't understand like the magnetic pull that it has, and so they feel this very strong magnetic pull to you. Yeah, it's like they didn't realize how much potential there was here, and they think about you especially because I think they fantasize about what could happen, or if there is still potential. With the Queen of Wands here, it's like they just have a lot of admiration for you and your strength and your spirit and your energy as well. We have the Three of Cups. Why does pile number one's person think about them? We have the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse position. We have the Ten of Pentacles in the reverse position. Then we also have the Empress in reverse. And then we have the Four of Swords in the reverse position. Okay, so with the Queen of Pentacles in reverse, there's a feeling here that they may think about you because there may have been someone in their past, or there may be a feminine energy that they're used to experiencing that could be really dependent or needy, or even sometimes the Queen of Pentacles can be an energy of someone who kind of like can latch on to other people, and they want them for like their money or what they can get from them. They aren't stable in themselves. And so it maybe is that this person misjudged you in that way, or because of their experience with other feminine energies that were less like they're maybe used to dealing with feminine energies that aren't very confident, or that they may like play games, or they may be very unconfident in themselves to a point where they kind of project those insecurities through like anger or control or guilting other people. And so I feel like this person has had experiences with that. And I feel like this person, maybe even with the Three of Cups here, they may have allowed themselves to focus on more superficial things going on around them. And I feel like there's this recognition with the Empress in reverse that they haven't treated you the way that you deserve to be treated. Like they haven't met you at your worth. And so I feel like they think about you because they think about how they have healing that they've needed to do in regards to something in their past, some experiences that they've had in regards to their heart chakra. And it feels like relationship. It feels like deep intimacy. It feels like this person has kind of dealt with their heartbreak or emotional pain through being maybe non-committal, or being only interested in relationships that are not serious, or are non-committal, or just like for fun or something like that. And so there's almost this energy of like, I couldn't realize, I'm hearing a bad bee when I saw one. That's so random. I like never say that. But there's a feeling here where I feel like this person is realizing that they had a certain view of relationships and love that may have been very traditional, and they maybe didn't want to repeat some kind of traditional energy, or they didn't want to get involved with someone that's similar to maybe their own mother, or what they've experienced with exes or something like that. And so I feel like the way that they've coped with it is through maybe just being more self-focused, and then when it comes to relationships, being a little bit like just casual. Like they may have had a lot of casual relationships, but it's really because this person has needed to heal something, you know. And with the Four of Swords in reverse, it's like they're maybe realizing this as well. But with the Ten of Cups being here, I feel like there's this new layer of potential that is occurring to this person. That, you know, marriage and relationships don't always have to be about like shared resources, and it doesn't have to be, I'm hearing happy wife, happy life. So I don't know, this person maybe had a lot of traditional or like certain biases or ideas of what a relationship is, or maybe even traditional roles in relationships that they didn't want to be a part of. And they maybe even thought that like by getting involved with you, or like by being a certain way with you, they may have even started overthinking in their mind that it was going to require something different than what you were even asking for. Or it's like they may not have even completely seen you because they were projecting onto you what they thought maybe it would turn out like, if that makes sense. So I do want to get more for this. Yeah, with the Six of Cups here. Yeah, and it feels like there's just this energy where it's like they haven't, I feel like they're seeing things from a new perspective with the Hanged Man as well. And I feel like they're seeing that there can be genuinely loving feminine energy with the Queen of Cups. Someone who really wants to support you emotionally. Someone who's like a safe space. Someone who isn't going to take advantage of you or try to use you, you know? Yeah, because with the Eight of Swords here, I think this person's been afraid of indulging in this Six of Cups energy, or has not really had much experience with a truly loving, like, no strings attached. It's like a friendship, companionship type of love. They may have associated it with like being caught up or tied up and controlled or something. Yeah. Yeah, there's the Four of Wands here as well, and like the Hierophant and Judgment. So interesting. All right, let's see though. So for pile number 1, can we please clarify the Ten of Pentacles in reverse, please? Yeah, we have Death here. Okay, and for some of you, here, let me get one more. Who's this Queen of Pentacles here? We have Justice in reverse. Yeah, I feel like there was some kind of an experience that they had where there was some injustice or some imbalance in a relationship that was really painful for this person. So that's kind of highlighting that. But with Death being here, I'm wondering if in order, they may have had, with the Death card being here, it may be that there's a lot of, what I'm getting is scorpionic related themes, and also the 8th house, which talks about like power, like controlling of money, and like the depths that we don't really want to look at. I feel like this person has experienced a lot of love through the lens of power and control is almost what I'm getting. So the 10 of Pentacles here, it's almost like this legacy energy, or having witnessed or been around certain people where marriage or relationships were more related to power and control, if that makes sense. So I feel like there's just this energy of this person seeing relationships as something that would bring more burden, or it's like they have a lot of fears around partnership in their 8th house is what I'm getting. That they have needed to address in order to see you clearly and understand what potential there is. And to understand that they can be happy, you know, and they just kind of need to let go of the past, I guess, or like whatever this injustice is, or whatever they've seen. I'm kind of even getting the energy of like, you know, when people get married and like a gold digger or something, where it's like they get married and then they were in it for the wrong reasons, and then they are entitled to like half the amount of money from that person. And so they may even feel sometimes like they don't really trust when people are being kind with them, or people genuinely have feelings for them, because they're so strategic and logical. It's like this person maybe even projects onto other people that that they have another aim or something. Like there's just this lack of trust, I think, that they feel around genuine attraction and passion for someone, it's like they may quickly question it or think it's something that has a negative intention when it really isn't. And so I think that's just like an issue that this person has been struggling with. And I think this is what they think about too, because, yeah, I'm just seeing that you bring up this because I believe you are a feminine energy. You could be male or female, it doesn't matter either way, but I'm just seeing that with the Queen of Wands, she's her own creator. Like, she's confident in her own right, and she isn't coming to the relationship to get security or to get like compliments or get an ego boost, or they're not coming from a place of need, right? And so I feel like this person hasn't really experienced or hasn't known what to do with the kind of energy that's just showing up because they want to, and it's not because they need something. It's because they may genuinely be attracted to you, or they may genuinely want to like have a good relationship with you. And like, so I think this person's view of relationships is something that they really think about in regards to you. And with death here, it may even be that they're learning to let go of this mindset or this like space in their mind. It's like you may have even triggered this like death of the way they saw things too. Like death can even talk about letting go of like an old set of patterns or like an old way of an old self, right? And an old way of relating to others that doesn't serve us anymore. So I feel like this person they've had a changed view of what partnership can be through knowing you or through being met with your energy. So why is the Empress here in reverse? We have the Four of Wands. Why is the Ten of Cups here? We have the Six of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah, it's literally like this energy where I'm really getting here. It's like this person truly has almost felt like people have come to them in relationships like expecting charity or like expecting to be given to. And so it's like they haven't even known what true reciprocity looks like. It's like there's just such an energy here of love being tied to resources, and almost like the energy of, you know, maybe this person putting a lot of value on how much money they have, or people putting those kinds of ideas into their head that like your value is based on what you give to people financially. And it's like sometimes people maybe fall in line with that, but it may also be that they have a lot of resentment at the same time. And so then they may treat people a certain way just because they're resentful for how that's not fair. And I agree that that's not fair. And I don't think that people who identify as like male should take on those pressures, and that they definitely should not feel like their worth is coming from that. And so then they're able to connect from a non-resentful place. You know, they're able to connect from a place where it feels genuine and it's equal give and take. But I'm seeing here with the Six of Pentacles reverse, this is about imbalance, you know, and not an equal give and take. And the Ten of Cups is all about balance. It's a 10. And it's understanding that to get to this place where everyone's happy, it doesn't require overgiving. It doesn't require an imbalance. And I'm seeing two cards about imbalance. So this person maybe has seen a lot of that or expected that relationships were going to be that way. So they maybe feel like when they invest, there's a lot to lose because they may think that they have to give or something like that. So yeah, why is the Queen of Wands here? Yeah, we have the Chariot. And so what I'm seeing here is like, they think about how you are, you didn't come to this person wanting them to help you. You didn't come to this person wanting this person to fix your problems or to give you a bunch of money. It's like you have your own spirit of tenacity and strength and forward movement and victory, and you have your own willpower, which is something they think about, because I think it really challenges the viewpoint they've had, especially if we are imagining the traditional woman to be someone who's not able to face their own challenges, you know, isn't strong enough. So they need the man to like protect them, or they need, you know, the man to provide for them because they can't go out and get what they need for themselves. Like that's not your energy. And so again, it's creating this death in the way that they view things, the way that they view a marriage or a partnership. With the Four of Wands here, there's a lot about the family and a lot about the views that this person came in with and how you have impacted those views. And I also feel like they're realizing how things could move forward with you, that it wouldn't be this struggle, is that like they're realizing that there was more potential for victory with you than they gave it credit for, because they maybe thought they would have to sacrifice a lot or pull a lot of the weight or something like that is really what I'm seeing. So again, it could have been that this person really was more into casual relationships, because it doesn't come with all the weight of like what a long-term, in this person's mind, what they thought they had to bring or what they thought they had to sacrifice, what they thought the way things just naturally would be, right? And I feel like they actually felt this natural sense of inspiration and respect for you that I just don't think they knew how to process, really. So why is the Three of Cups here? We have the Tower in reverse. And then the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah, I'm not surprised. So yeah, and I feel like basically with the Tower in reverse here, I feel like this person kind of had a tower moment in regards to realizing how maybe realizing that the kind of energies that they've been putting into connections may even be their own self-fulfilling prophecy. I think that this person has genuinely not realized how being non-committal or being in and out or just being flighty in relationships is the very thing that can cause a good woman to walk away or a good man to walk away. Like, because with the Empress here, it's almost like they haven't realized how it's like they've been connecting with certain people. They're having a realization about the kinds of people they've been allowing around them and the kinds of people that they've been moving towards. And they're realizing that in order to build something strong with a person of high quality, they're realizing that they have to give then. They have to allow the Empress to be upright. They don't, because I feel like this person is as a way of almost like fighting the unfair rules for relationships that I feel like they've been hurt by. They maybe didn't treat people with their worth, or they may have been afraid to take people seriously and give them what they deserve. And so they're realizing though that like in order for something to grow, it's like they have to create a balanced foundation. And if they keep creating superficial connections, it's always going to fall over. And they're realizing that in order, it'll keep falling over too with the Tower as well. It's like they can't come to someone who knows their worth and value and has their confidence and isn't coming to the relationship because there's a lack that they're trying to address through them. So what I'm trying to say is if we have the belief that everyone is like needy or everyone is like desperate for something from us, which I feel like this person maybe thought like a lot of people were that they were going to interact with, then they've realized that like those kinds of people are easier to breadcrumb, you know, or it's like they can give them bare minimum because they're needy. You know what I mean? It's like either this person, there's people who will accept lower quality because they're in need. And what they haven't put together, but maybe are putting together now, is that the people that aren't coming to the connection because they need something, either self-confidence, self-love, it's like the kinds of people that are coming to relationships because they don't love themselves or they don't want to work themselves and bring their own worth. It's like they want to get it from someone else. Those kinds of people are going to be the ones who are going to be less genuine. They're going to care less about the superficial level of the connection. And then they're going to always be in these connections that are built on nothing, that are built on the devil's energy, honestly, which is like sacrifice and need. And so this person maybe even got used to like playing around or like being, I don't know, just kind of expecting that expecting a low quality from someone. So then they kind of give low quality and then they're just kind of used to those. But I feel like they're having this realization that about the Empress energy. It's like when they're confronted with this confident energy that doesn't need them to move forward, that isn't asking for anything, then they have this death of understanding about, they have an ego death when it comes to how they relate to relationships or what they think the other person needs and how they give them that. And it could even be that when it comes to with this death card, with the 10 of Pentacles in reverse, it could have even been they think about how maybe you didn't even care about the money or you didn't care about the certain things that other people care about, like status, money, like power. It's like you weren't coming to the relationship with that and you were able to move forward without that anyways. And so there's just this energy here. This person's just having this Tower moment of realizing where their own thinking has failed them and where their own negative experiences have caused them to not be able to see value where value is where they haven't honored what deserved to be honored. And Ace of Pentacles, they lost the opportunity, right? They lost the opportunity with you. So they think about it as a missed opportunity as well. So yeah, okay. So this is what I'm seeing here. For the extended reading, which I don't even think I mentioned that we're going to do, we're going to be looking at how this person is currently feeling about you, what their feelings are. We're going to get what this person wants to say to you along with message cards. And then we're going to be seeing what this person's next action towards you is going to be. And then we'll be finishing it up with guidance from your guides about this person and this connection. So if you guys are interested in that, I will have it linked down below underneath the timestamps, a link to Vimeo. And if you guys are leaving me here, thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate having you here. If you guys do have an extra second to hit the like button, leave a comment, really supports the channel. And I also appreciate getting that feedback from you guys. And if you want to see more guidance and love readings, I would love for you guys to join the family, join the community, and subscribe so you can see future videos from this channel. Other than that, I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I'm sending you guys lots of love. Hello, pile number 2. Welcome to your reading. If you chose the Tarot of the Divine with this Angel Aura Crystal Point, this is going to be your reading where we're looking at who is thinking about you, who is the most prominent person in your energy field that is continuously thinking about you, and then why they're thinking about you. So we are going to be starting off with who this person is using both Oracle and Tarot, and then we'll pull some Oracle cards for why they're thinking about you. So let's start off with what we pulled with the Oracle cards. So we have the Butterfly. We have Influence. I'm also hearing Social Butterfly. Or I'll get into it later. But we have the Captain, Taking Command, Teamwork. We have the Gambler, Loss and Risks. We have Sitting on Top of the World and Envy here. So this person, I'm getting this energy where this is someone who actually may have a hard time being a team player, and they may be prone to feeling envious of other people's success, or they may even feel like when other people are successful or luck out, they may kind of want that success that that other person has. And so I feel like this can lead to this person feeling tempted to not give people around them the recognition. They may be the kind of person that doesn't really want to acknowledge other people's success or other people's good traits. And I feel like it comes from a place of insecurity within this person where everything is good for them as long as they're the one sitting on top of the world, as long as they're the one that's in command, that they feel like they're in control. This person also, a flip side of them being someone who seems to struggle with other people's success, is that I feel like this person also, although they like being a leader and, you know, being a leader, they like having people looking up to them is what I'm getting. So it's like this person cares a lot about what other people think of them. And I feel like this causes them to be very jealous of other people who are getting recognition, but to also really want others to like them. And they may put a lot of weight into how other people are praising them or viewing them, or they may give a lot of weight into their status too, for their own self-worth. So I'm getting that this person has a hard time accepting the fact that there are going to be times in life where you are on top, where everything's going in your favor. And there's also going to be times where, you know, you're on the unlucky end of things and sometimes you lose out, right? And so I feel like this person just has a hard time kind of accepting that change and transition is a natural part of life, and you don't always stay in a winning position all the time. And I feel like with the Gambler, Loss and Risk here, there's kind of a sense that maybe they've had a change of fortune, or it may be a time where they feel like they lost out on something, or like they didn't get what they wanted in some kind of a situation. But either way, this is someone who really may struggle when they have to kind of accept that certain things are beyond their control. And they can have a hard time with humility when it's like just accepting that, you know, everyone makes mistakes, everyone loses out, everyone goes through difficult time periods. And I'm hearing everybody makes mistakes. Nobody's perfect. Yeah. So it's like there's kind of this pressure where they really don't feel worthy unless they are like successful, or they are commanding a lot of respect, or they're being seen as the best or really good. You know, it's like this person likes to be on top. So there's kind of a rigidity in this where it's like they may have a harder time when they do need to transition, when they do kind of need to go through the natural changes that life bring. Okay. So this definitely could be on a spectrum for you guys. I feel like this could be someone who, at the worst of it, like this could give off like narcissistic energy, but at the most like mellow, it could just be someone who has lower self-esteem, and they could actually be really friendly. You know, like this person could be very tuned into the social circles and things like that. And they may care a lot about what's going on in the group, or like what they may be very social at the same time. So this could be someone, I don't think that they're always negative towards people. I just think that there's like can be this underlying feeling that they need to, I don't know, like kind of always be assessing, you know, what other people think of them, or who's on top, or like who's successful, who isn't. Like there's just kind of this position oriented outlook that I feel like they are very aware of. And it's kind of giving me the energy of like popular people, or like the concept of being in high school and like people caring a lot about like their reputation, stuff like that, and kind of wanting to be popular. You know, it's like this person wants to be popular is how I feel. And I feel like sometimes maybe they've been confronted with how being popular is it's important to balance out, you know, acting in your own best interest. It's like you can become popular through being very happy for other people's success, and you don't need to be on top to be liked. But I feel like sometimes this person can feel threatened if they are in a state of transition, or if they are not at the top of their game, is essentially what I'm getting. So let's get some tarot to see what else comes through for who this person is. I just saw the Five of Wands with the Five of Swords as well. So like, yeah, kind of a reflection of that energy, because the Five of Swords can be this energy of, you know, me versus you instead of cooperation. And I also think they may try to gain influence with others. And it's kind of giving me that energy of, I don't know if it's like gossiping. This person may gossip, or they may just like, I don't know. It's almost like building up your status. It's like they may go around with kind of an agenda when they're like talking with people, and like they may want to plant certain ideas in other people's heads just to kind of have more, I don't know, status or something. Or if they feel like someone else doesn't deserve success, they may be like, what do you think about this person? And then kind of feel it out and see if that person's kind of willing to say something negative. And then they'll be like, oh yeah, like I think that too. Like everyone else thinks that. So I don't know. It's kind of an interesting energy here. I'm curious to see why this person's thinking about you, but we're going to just get a little bit more information on who this person is. Okay, so who is pile number 2's person here? Who is thinking about them? Okay, we have the Two of Swords. We have the Star. We have the Hangman in reverse. Something I'm getting here as well with the Two of Swords, I feel like this person is someone who may really make decisions based on what they think is going to be favorable, or like what they think is going to make them look good, is kind of what I'm getting. They may have a hard time making decisions that are really true to themselves. They may kind of make decisions based on what they think is going to get them some kind of reaction or some kind of result. So this person can oftentimes be more focused on the means to an end is kind of what I'm getting. And then with the star here, it's like kind of this energy of wanting to be seen, like wanting to be noticed, wanting to be different as well, wanting to be acknowledged for themselves and like wanting to be praised for what they uniquely bring to the table. With the Hangman in reverse, I'm really getting this energy of when they can have a hard time slowing down and stepping back and gaining perspective on what it is that they're trying to achieve. Because when the Hangman comes out, it can be this call to take a step back and see things from a different perspective, to open up your perspective, right? And I feel like they can maybe refuse or be kind of stubborn with their own point of view or what they think is gonna make them look the best rather than what feels right, or rather than acknowledging what obstacles are actually in their way in their pursuit to something. Because I see the Hangman as somewhat of an opposite card to the Chariot, where the Chariot is about willpower and determination and overcoming obstacles and a situation where you're being tested in that way. So I feel like this person is actually good at, you know, pushing their own plans forward. But I feel like when it comes to kind of standing back and surrendering, you know, I think when they're indecisive about something or they aren't sure, like I feel like they can, instead of seeing legitimate problems with the situation, they may be very closed-minded, or it's like they may just have a hard time seeing it from a different perspective that isn't their own. So what else here? Who is this person? Pile number 2's person, please. We have the 5 of Cups here in the reverse position. We have the 7 of Swords in reverse. And we have the 6 of Cups here. And then the 10 of Cups at the back of the deck. It's a funny energy here because I feel like this person like wants to be a part of the community, wants to be happy, but I feel like they may just not really know the right ways of getting there. Again, because like with the 10 of Cups being here, it's this energy of knowing where they want to get to, but maybe lying to themselves a little bit about where they really stand, or they may sometimes not really be honest with themselves about the true potential of a certain situation. And with the Hangman in reverse and the 6 of Cups, I'm getting this energy where it may be that they haven't really learned their lessons from the past as well. I'm getting that this is someone who maybe hasn't really gotten the perspective that they've needed to from past experiences, and instead they may kind of like push forward in situations where they're really being called to take a step back is really what I'm getting. And it's kind of this energy of not really looking at the past and maybe what their past disappointments have taught them. It's like they don't really learn from it is what I'm getting. And they may mistake what loving energy really is, I'm kind of getting. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm getting. So it's kind of a tricky energy here, this person. So hopefully you guys have some idea of who this might be. It'll definitely become more clear when we look at why this person is thinking about you. So I'm going to go pull those cards right now and we'll get into it. I wanted to add in really quick because I just started clearing out the cards, but something just kind of became clear to me because I heard fake it till you make it. So sometimes when this person doesn't really know the right thing to do in a situation, they may fail to reflect on how their actions or their choices could lead to negative outcomes. And so they may kind of take these actions that are not really that well calculated based on potential risk is what I'm getting, especially with the gambler there. So it's like kind of this need to realize that certain behaviors they're taking, they may need to get a different look at that and ask themselves what potential consequences there are to certain actions, and making sure that they actually think about that before they move forward. But anyways, I'm just getting that as something to do with this person. So I am going to now pull your oracle cards. Okay, so I just pulled the oracle cards for why this person is thinking about you. And it was super interesting because I actually read into some of these yellow oracle cards because it's a newer deck for me, and I want to read you guys some of those just because it incredibly on point confirms some of the things we were getting in the energy check-in with this person. So yeah, but anyways, the other cards that we pulled, we have Magician in the Mirror, we have We're Here, trick-or-treating. Also, this is just occurring to me right now, but with Magician in the Mirror, something that came through for this pile was like the Snow White situation where the villain is like, who's the fairest of them all? And like, she's very concerned with that, like very concerned with like, who's the fairest of them all in regards to everyone's opinion, right? And then she keeps seeing Snow White. And so she's just like very frustrated by that. And we also have self-doubt with another mirror. So this person is someone who really has an unstable sense of self-worth. Like I already said that, but it's just, that's why they're thinking about you. I feel like you trigger this person. We have Volcano. We also have the Orator, Communication, Confidence. We have the Miser, Stubbornness, Inflexibility, and the Acolyte, New Projects and Learning. And so we also have Optimism, we have Discovery, Flattery, and Appreciation. So this is super interesting. We'll get more into it with the tarot, we'll get more details, but this person is thinking about you because they are really triggered by you. You make them feel very anxious. And I feel like this is one of those energies where it's like someone... They're very threatened by you and what you bring to the table and how you may be magnetic for other people. And they honestly have a lot of fear that you are going to steal some kind of like recognition that this person wants. Okay. And so I feel like there's also this energy here where I feel like this person is really like, they spend a lot of time plotting and thinking about you and how other people think of you, honestly. And so there's this energy here where it's almost like they want people to see you in the lens that they want to paint you as well. Like that's coming through because with this trick-or-treating, We're Here, I feel like there's also this energy of them wanting to make like quick judgments on you, and it's almost like they're quickly judging you as a threat rather than wanting to actually get to know you and build any kind of authentic relationship. It feels like they've already made a snap judgment that's being highlighted by this trick-or-treating. And I don't know if this person has had experiences where they were like not chosen. I don't know if this person like had a sibling that did outshine them. There's just this fear around other people's good qualities and other people's potential for success, potential for recognition. And so for some of you, this could be someone you work with, because I'm really getting like this sense of a colleague that feels threatened by you and like your skills or maybe your past, what you brought to the table. This could be like a friend. And maybe like if you just got to know a new friend group or something like that, and there's like this kind of controlling person in that friend group. I'm even getting like the Mean Girls energy where it's like Regina George is like the top person and like everybody copies her and everyone likes her, and then like Katie kind of takes her place. So that's coming through here. Maybe this is someone where you may be around this person's like romantic interest or something, and they may feel like you are more attractive, like they may be afraid that you bring more to the table, or they may even be feeling like you're there to like steal their sunshine or something like that. But another thing I really want to highlight about this person, I feel like this person is you need to be very careful around them, because there is this sense that they may I'm getting like very two-faced. So like even though they feel all this way about you, I'm getting that they may be very good at like putting on a nice face towards you, That doesn't have to be for everyone, but it could be or it could be that this person treats you one way and then is like completely different to other people. So other people have like a completely different perception of this person, which would also be disturbing to experience. But there's just this energy of this person's reason for thinking about you is all about their own reputation, their own image. It's about how much influence they think you have in that realm. Yeah, and because with the acolyte here, new projects and learning, this talks about kind of this fear of other people being more successful than you, or like that your work isn't going towards something. So you just really bring up a lot of insecurities for this person. And it's not anything you're doing at all. It's truly just your natural self. Like your whatever you naturally bring to the table is just a threat to this person. And I feel like it's surfacing a lot for this person as well. And so what I want to read to you is, it's so insane. Like, because I was talking about, remember I was trying to get the word popular across, and then I read this card, the Discovery card, and it actually talked about it in other ones. With this Flattery card, it talks about the person that we're talking about may say whatever they need to say in order to get whatever outcome they want. So it talks about a kind of manipulative communication style that's very much focused on whatever outcome they want and telling people whatever they want to hear. And so this person's very capable of like white lies and kind of spreading certain information that isn't necessarily the truth for whatever their goal is. So that's a part of them thinking about you. And then I just want to read you some of this. So this is from the book for Discovery. So it says, Mercury Sagittarius people have the kind of mind that responds well to further education. In fact, their search for personal philosophy and truth is continual. They often have prophetic insight into public trends and opinions and are consequently successful at playing hunches. So it's like this person is already really looking into and thinking into how everyone else is going to respond to you and what everyone else is going to think about you. So it says this is a good aspect for people in powerful positions such as politics or big business. Other people's attitudes are important to people with this planet sign combination, and awareness of others' opinions colors Mercury Sagittarius major ideas and decisions. And that came through in the energy check-in. Remember, it was like with the Two of Swords there, this person is prone to making decisions based on what they think everyone else will, what will make them popular. So it says this card describes someone who uses his or her accurate ability to uncover and judge public views to contribute to their own successful exploitation of such views, thus making themselves popular. Though not always logical, and that was a big thing. It's not logical, right? Like that was a big part of what I was getting to. It's like they don't make decisions based on what has happened in the past. It's all about what they think the impression is that they're gonna, what result, they're pulling strings is really how I feel. It says, though not always logical, they invariably say what they think and mean it, which I kind of don't get that part of it. But, and it also says that Mercury Sagittarius rarely depart from conventional views and their desire to remain popular is paramount. They genuinely like people and people like them. So anyways, for me, there's an energy here also of this person with the miser, stubbornness, inflexibility. Like this card also really confirms what I was getting about this person, is that they have this energy where they feel too insecure to really work with other people. They feel very threatened by other people's potential value that they bring to the table, instead of seeing that as an asset to themselves, as someone would see it as like, if you're a part of a team, like you're going to be happy that someone else is competent what they do. And especially if they have traits that you aren't as good at, like you're definitely going to be happy about that. But this card talks about how when we're too insecure to even open up our mindset and let other people help us, it's like a stubbornness and a sense of pride around not allowing themselves to admit that someone else might, know more than them, or that they might be able to help them. And it's because they truly feel like that would be a reflection of their worthiness, and they can't have that, is kind of what I'm getting. And this card also talks about how these people tend to blame other people for what goes wrong in their life rather than learning from their mistakes and admitting to themselves that they're the root of their own problems. So that also came through in the energy check-in, which is that this person doesn't really learn from the past. They find ways to not take responsibility or see it from another viewpoint, to basically see their own actions differently. Yeah, and I almost want to show you guys like another one. I'll just let you know, but like we have the moon in Leo, and that also can talk about, and if you guys have any of these placements, I definitely don't mean to drag them. I'm just saying in there's a positive and a negative for every single placement, and this person is just displaying some of the more negative ones when someone's in a lower vibration. And so with this appreciation here, this card talks about like a strong need for recognition and a strong need to be like made to feel special, and how people can act out when they don't get that recognition, or if they feel like they aren't going to be recognized. And so with this volcano too, it could even be that this person is like bubbling up inside and is so frustrated by your energy and how they feel triggered by it, that they're like maybe doing certain things that are not great. So I want to find this one. I'm actually going to read this one to you too. So we have the moon in Leo. I just want to read it to you because it's so spot on. I only like to read it when it's just like kind of scarily, it's almost scary how accurate it is. So it says, the emotions of a somewhat prima donna-ish moon Leo characters requires affection, appreciation, lots of good opportunities for over-dramatic expression. With the volcano here, I'm getting that. It says, this card indicates a need to be center stage as regards feelings, because Leo's big is beautiful and they can be as emotionally generous as they are bullying. And that was this strange energy I was getting where it's like, on one hand, this person maybe is fun to be around in certain scenarios, but I feel like this would be someone that you can only handle in doses, or it's like there's something admirable about this person, but it's just to do with how quickly he can kind of turn negative that I was noticing. Because I'm not getting all bad. I'm getting that this person probably is very social and like probably has a lot of friends or a lot of connections. They probably really enjoy making connections, but it just feels like if something isn't going their way, like this person really cannot tolerate that. So it says, feelings are important to them and they must be appreciated and respected if moon lions are to maintain their usual warm optimism. Yes, so it's like usually they're nice when they're on top. Remember, it was coming through that like when this person's on top, they're very, that's their best self. But as soon as they sense that they're not on top, like their mood changes. And so I feel like this would be the kind of person that people have to walk around eggshells on, or like you have to kind of tend to this person's ego in order to not trigger them. So this would be unfortunate if this is your boss or something like that, because that would just truly be unfortunate. But it says, this basically emotionally optimistic person has a tendency to over impulsive actions where loved ones are concerned. This card can indicate a powerful need for recognition in some aspects of life. There may be a feeling that those around them are not responding appreciatively enough, provoking an unhelpful over-the-top response. And so it says they can also indicate emotional dependency on a partner or close friends. And so that's what it is. It's like this emotional dependency on the people around them, to a point where if they feel threatened, or if they feel like someone else is giving someone else attention, they take that, they are unstable through that. So this person, I believe, is thinking about you because I feel like they are triggered by you. I feel like they want to judge you negatively. I feel like this person wants whoever is a rival to them to be seen in a negative light. And I don't think this person is above like gossiping or kind of making up stories. It's like they aren't willing to expand what is successful to them, or it's like they almost would feel triggered by someone being potentially different from them, but also desirable, also worthy of success, also good. It's like this person struggles when someone else comes in that they don't feel like they have those traits, and they see it as a personal slight if other people are recognizing them. But yeah, for some of you, maybe you're coming to this reading because this person, maybe this is, you may be friends with this person, or they may be, I could see you guys being in any of the roles. We'll definitely get more clarity with tarot, but I feel like for some of you, maybe this is someone that you already know, and like maybe they are wanting to gain your, they may be willing to say whatever they need to say to you to get you on their side. So just beware of any like manipulative people around you, especially in friend groups, especially in any place where there's like, I don't know, like competition for love, or any space where there's like a work a workspace where there's promotions and things like that, that would really trigger this person. And they just seem very reliant on everyone seeing them in a positive light, and they feel threatened by anyone else that is seen in a positive light. Especially if that person doesn't over the top acknowledge them. Like, I feel like this person is the kind of person to go into the conversation seeing what they want, how they want to act back. So I feel like if someone came towards them and was like extremely like very like flattering them or like fawning over them, I feel like then they maybe would try to like that person. But I feel like if anybody just had like a neutral response to them, I feel like they could become like a target, or it's like they could definitely easily project onto that person that they are trying to like tear them down and then like retaliate or something. Like, there's just an energy here where they definitely have two faces. Okay. So why is pile number 2's person thinking about them? What is their reason? We have the 6 of Coins. We have the Queen of Swords. All right, we have a few coming out. We have the 7 of Pentacles. We have the 9 of Pentacles in reverse, the 10 of Wands in reverse. And we have the 3 of Wands in reverse. And the Queen of Wands at the back of the deck. Interesting, okay. So I feel like this person may be thinking of you either because you're in a position where you can give this person something like a promotion, or you have some kind of money or energy that this person wants. I can tell that this person is thinking about either that person, or they're thinking about the person that they don't want this resource to go to. So I feel like this person is very afraid of some kind of resources going towards anything that isn't them. And there's this energy here with the Queen of Swords and the 10 of Wands. It's almost this feeling of like, they almost want to say that investing in the person that they're feeling very triggered by, right? There's definitely someone in this arena that they're afraid of getting what they want. They're afraid of other people seeing them as valuable. I feel like they may be trying to paint a picture with the Queen of Swords here. They may be saying harsh things or putting really harsh judgments on this person who may be getting something, or there may be someone that's investing in another person. And that's the person that they're very triggered by, very, very worried about. There's almost this energy of them saying that nothing is going to come of that. It won't progress. Like, this person's like dead weight. Like, I'm getting this energy of someone trying to undermine someone else's value and convince someone to not invest in them, or to not, to see that if they invest in this person, they're not going to get a return on that. Like, it's just going to be a burden. They almost want to label this person as someone who is a burden and someone who's just going to be dependent on them if they do. So I feel like the reason why this person's thinking about you, and you may be this person that they're jealous of, I feel like they're thinking about how they can express that, like, you should not be given anything. Like, they want to devalue an investment in you. So with the Queen of Swords, they want to pass this judgment that you would be dead weight or a burden, which is horrible, but like, that's what I'm getting. If you're the person that's already in this other person's life, you would see this person probably as very dramatic, over the top, just like, they may not be a threat to you, especially if you're in the higher position here with this person. But this is the kind of person that if you are in a higher position, will tell you whatever you want to hear. Like, they will say whatever they need to say in order to get the favor of you, and to put into your mind that this other person is not worthy of whatever they want from you. So I'm seeing kind of like a third party situation here, or like, and this doesn't have to be just 3 people. It could be that one of the variables in this third party is like the public, or a leadership situation, or a friend group, anything like that. There's just this energy here of this person thinking about someone in particular that they feel very threatened by. and they just truly want to explain to not put any eggs in that basket. There's an energy here. Put all the eggs in my basket. It's going to be a waste of your energy and your time if you invest in something else. And I think it'd be a terrible decision. I see clearly with the Queen of Swords, it's like this person's almost trying to put a judgment on this person that they're threatened by. And they're trying to undermine what they really bring to the table with magician in the mirror, because they actually are afraid that this person would bring a lot to the table if they're invested in. This person's very threatened by whatever a certain person is capable of. They're afraid of their potential. And so they want to nip it in the bud. They want to say certain things, or they want to block off resources to this person as well, is what I'm getting. They may even want, for some of you, there's an energy. So for some of you, they want to nip it in the bud through undermining the potential that you or another person has. Or they may even be trying to cut off the person they're jealous of from resources and overwhelm them. They may even want them to not feel supported, so then they're overwhelmed and they fail in some way. But this is like a really insane energy, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, let me clarify and see what comes through. So why is the Six of Coins here? What is the Six of Coins about? The Empress in reverse. Yeah, it's like they want to paint. They either want to deprive someone of what they could get, what they could gain with the Empress in reverse, or they're trying to explain someone as unworthy of it. Why is the Three of Wands here in reverse? Three of Wands in reverse for me can also be like distancing people from something. We have the Moon, like blocking off communication. I feel like they want to spread a lot of fear with the Moon here. The Moon is all about, they want to cause confusion. They want to stir fear. They want to cause fear via a blockage in communication, or a fear that someone is a bad investment. Why is the Ten of Wands here? So just end it now. Or like, yeah, we have the Tower. Literally, this person is trying to cause someone to be very wary of another person that they're jealous of. Let me just repeat, they're jealous of, and that's why they're doing that. And they're trying to cause a Tower moment. So they're either wanting to cause a Tower moment by instilling enough fear and lack of support to the person they're jealous of, or someone above them that they're trying to gain their recognition and support of. It could be a community, it could be a boss, it could be like a best friend. They're trying to like say that this person is like just a disaster waiting to happen. Like they are just like, trust me, like they're just not going to be like, you should not trust them. They're just going to be they're just going to exhaust you, and you're just going to have to take on way too much weight. Like, just trust me in my judgment. You know, it's like that. Don't invest in this person. Why is the Nine of Coins here in reverse? Be the Two of Coins. Yeah, literally, they're trying to say, like, this isn't a good investment. Like, this person doesn't have their priorities straight. They're not balanced. Like, there's so many different places. This person literally is, like, really trying to devalue someone just because they feel threatened by them. Why is the Seven of Coins here? We have the Hermit. Again, I feel like they may be trying to isolate the other person, or they may be trying to say that they are, I don't know, even weird or different in some kind of a way, which is like really horrible. Can we clarify the Hermit? The Chariot in reverse. I feel like they're saying, like, don't trust your intuition. I feel like this person is trying to tell a certain person, don't trust in your intuition here. The Chariot in reverse. This is a no-go. This is a lack of victory. You need to realize that this is a bad investment. Back up your investment here. Why is the Queen of Swords here? This person is awful. The devil. Literally the devil. A snake. Oh my gosh, you guys. This is awful. Yeah, so this person is literally the devil. They're in this devil. They're spewing lies. They're this snake whispering in someone's ear, trying to get them to, they're trying to manipulate people. They're with the devil's energy. It's this energy of, literally, I'm getting so many things. Like, I'm getting Ella Enchanted when the snake is like whispering things into like the prince's ear or stuff like that. It's like sending this snake to cause doubt about someone and to cause them have enough fear about something that they listen to the person we've been talking about. Like the Queen of Swords, they're trying to create fear so they can cause a solution for it, just like the devil would. The devil tries to convince you that you need to make a certain decision that benefits them because you're in need, or like you have to do it this way. Like this person's truly trying to cause fear about something, literally just to be able to manipulate people and get the resources that they want and paint someone else to be unworthy. So that is what I'm getting for this pile. For the extended, I don't even want to give this person any more airtime. So I'm really, for the extended reading, I'm going to be getting you guys advice for the situation, how to navigate it if this is your guys' situation. Anything else you need to know to protect yourself, like what you can do. Yeah, we're really just going to be tending to what you guys need to know to navigate this tricky situation. Yeah, so I'll have that link down below if you guys are looking for some guidance on this situation. But other than that, I hope that this has been helpful. If this isn't your situation, please do not take it on. It's just for those of you that this feels very spot on, you know? But other than that, if you guys do have the extra time to hit the like button, to leave a comment, I really appreciate your guys' feedback on these videos. And if you want to see more love and guidance readings, I would love for you to subscribe and join the community so you can see more videos from this channel. Without further ado, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. I'm sending you guys lots of love and protection from the situation. Stay safe out there. Hello, pile number 3. Welcome to your reading. If you chose the blue calcite in this Morgan-Greer Tarot, then you found the right pile. We're going to be looking into who is currently thinking about you, who is the most prominent person in your energy field. So we're going to start off by looking at who this person is using Oracle and Tarot. And then we're going to be pulling more Oracle cards to see why this person is thinking about you. We will be doing an extended reading, and I will be pulling cards, or I'll be seeing intuitively what we should go into based on the reading. So stay tuned for that if you do feel like it really resonates. But without further ado, let's get into the first part of this. So this is who your person is. So we have the Lamb. We have the Puppeteer, explanations, apologies. We have the Miser, stubbornness, inflexibility. We have the Gallery of those who came before. We have Be Free, Do What You Love. We have Moon in Scorpio, power. We have Mercury in Cancer, birth. And then we have, I think that actually might be, the two signs look the same to me. But anyways, we have Venus and Mercury in Cancer here. With birth and intuition. So there definitely could be, this person could have Cancer somewhere in their chart, or this could be someone who you may know that they have like a certain kind of relationship with their mom. That may be something that you know about this person, just as a synchronicity, if this person has talked about their mom, or you know that they have like a certain kind of specific relationship with their mom, which I guess everyone does, but I feel like it would be prominent in coloring this person's worldview and how they feel about themselves, is their relationship with their mom and their emotions too. So we also have all of the earth signs. So we have Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus. So that could be prominent as well. But what I'm seeing for the overall themes that Spirit wants to highlight about this person, this is someone who's extremely emotionally sensitive. It doesn't necessarily mean that they're always being really like gushy with their emotions, because we do have a Scorpio moon here, which is actually my placement. So I props to all the Scorpio moons out there. But what's really coming through is this person's sensitivity and how gentle they are, yet there's kind of a reserved energy about them where I feel like they're a little bit self-protective. And I think this has to do with an early relationship in their life. This Miser card, stubbornness, inflexibility, can talk about someone having a authoritative force in their life that causes discomfort and causes oppression. So I feel like this is someone who has been around people who don't really take responsibility for themselves and the way that they make this person feel. And I also feel like they have a lot of experience with someone that may be very controlling or just dominating. And they may kind of expect this person to meet their needs or fall in line with what they want. And so I feel like this person's personality is shaped around that. And I feel like this person may sometimes feel kind of unsafe to be themselves. They may have felt a lot throughout their life with the gallery of those that came before that they need to fit themselves into some kind of a box to be acceptable. And I feel like this person is prone to bottling up their emotions, and they may occasionally like have bigger emotional displays because of bottling up their emotions. And I feel like this person's emotions are a big part of how they make decisions. So like some people are very logical, but this person feels very, very connected with their emotions. And the way that they think about something is the way that they feel about something with intuition here. So it's something that's very intuitive. I am getting more of a feminine energy coming through. It doesn't have to be a female, but I did want to let you guys know. So for some of you, you may feel like this is you that I'm describing. Others, you may have someone like this in your life. So it's up to you to kind of figure that out. I do feel like this person just wants to be able to be themselves and be uninhibited and to kind of not be judged for who they are and like how intense their emotions can be. I feel like this is someone who also may be prone to holding on to things for a long time. I feel like this is someone who never forgets like how a person made them feel. And so if this person's been hurt by others, I feel like they'd be someone who they would not just kind of brush it off their shoulder. I feel like it's something that they'd really internalize, and it would be hard for them to kind of move past. There is a lot of sensitivity here, and even like a psychic sensitivity that this person may have. Yeah, so I feel like that kind of goes over mostly what I'm getting. I am going to go into tarot as well to see what else comes through, any more synchronicities that could help you guys figure out who this person is. Okay, so who is pile number 3's person? How can we conceptualize this person so pile number 3 knows who they are? Who is this person? We have Judgment. We have the Moon, which is ruled by Cancer, so a lot of Cancer energy out here. We have the Ten of Swords. And I'm seeing, okay, it may be related to your situation. We're going to get more about this when we look at why they're thinking about you. This may be someone who at this time in their life is having a lot of wake-up calls or judgment calls in regards to relationships in their life. They may be experiencing like difficult endings, or they may be processing a lot of their own shadow right now. I feel like this person maybe has been doing shadow work. It feels like through doing shadow work, they have come to understand themselves better and understand what decisions serve them and what don't. So I just feel like this person is someone who has done a lot of shadow work, is very aware of that. And also with the scorpionic energy here, there's a sense of someone who's kind of in tune with darker energies or like the occult or like mysteries and kind of this energy of facing darkness. Like this person has maybe experienced a lot of darkness throughout their life. Maybe they've even been betrayed before with the Ten of Swords, but I feel like this person has either recently experienced painful endings. This could be someone who you are having a painful ending with, but I don't want to confirm that because this is just who this person is. So yeah, let's get some more. It's a very intense energy. So we have the Two of Cups here. We have the Fool. Yeah, so I feel like with the Two of Cups, again, it may be about relationships. I feel like this person is going through a time period right now where they are seeing their relationships from a higher level, and I feel like they're being honest with themselves about what kind of relationships they want to have around them. And with the Fool card, I feel like this person maybe sometimes they were more naive, and maybe that led them into painful situations. And so with the Moon here, I feel like with this Fool energy with the Moon, it's almost like they've been figuring out like what like how to not walk into situations that are potentially going to be toxic for them. I feel like they've been learning a lot about that, and I feel like they may even be on a new beginning. We do have the Ten of Swords and the Fool here. So this person may be coming out of a phase where they've been kind of processing a lot, going through a lot right now, and they may just be on the other side of that too. Maybe the beginning of a new cycle. Yeah, Six of Swords. So that kind of confirms that. Ace of Cups. So it's like this person has been moving on from difficult, painful times in their life where I feel like they were faced with a lot of their own fears, their shadow, painful and energies, even trauma that they've experienced in order to get to this new cycle. And with the Ace of Cups, that kind of confirms, yeah, temperance. It's like this person has definitely been doing inner work to find balance within themselves and their own emotions, to get clarity, and so they can understand where they want their new beginnings to be. So yeah, this feels like someone who's very transformational, who goes through a lot of phases of transformation. And I feel like this person isn't the same person that they were like 2 years ago, is kind of just what I'm picking up on. And they may have spent a lot of their life like wanting to get approval with the gallery of those that came before, or wanting to like prove themselves as successful. And there's almost an energy that they're moving away from like karmic relationships is really what I'm getting. So hopefully you might know who this person is. I'm definitely curious to see why they're thinking about you. So I'm going to pull some oracle cards and I'll be right back. Okay, I am back, pile number 3, with why this person is thinking about you. I went ahead and just laid the cards out, so I'll let you know what we got. So we have the Make-Believe card, we have the Enchanter, Deception, Trickery, we have Out, Trick-or-Treating, We're Here, the Painter, Productivity, Creation, Broken and Hatched, we have Rest and Rejuvenation, Fourth Chakra, Truth, Self-Care, Poised, Yang, Peace, and No Place Like Home. So I'm getting 2 scenarios, and I think the tarot will help us clarify which group this is predominantly, but this person right now is definitely in a time period where they've really cracked out of, with this Broken and Hatched, a certain shell that they were in that I think was a part of their old conditioning, or was a part of the way that they perceived themselves and other people. I feel like there was this lens that they had that led them to maybe not see their own potential in this world. It may have been that they even lacked a certain level of grounding before this event happened. And it's almost like I feel like a certain level of, this person could have gone through Dark Night of the Soul, or they could have just gone through some really painful endings in their life that really changed them, or like made them go through a lot of shadow work, right? And so with this self-care and the truth, I feel like this person's really been getting to the heart of their true essence, and I feel like they've been eliminating what doesn't serve them, and what doesn't really truly align with them, and what isn't really true for them, right? And so it could have even been that in the past, this person with the Enchanter, Deception, Trickery, they may have had a hard time knowing whether or not or through their experiences that they've gone through, they may have realized that their lens for understanding whether or not a person is a trick or treat, aka is this person someone that I can trust? Is this someone that's being authentic with me? Should I let them into my heart? Like, I feel like this person has maybe let certain people into their heart space with the 4th chakra here that have really hurt them. And so I feel like they've been on this journey to find their own peace and healing with peace and rest and rejuvenation. They've been doing a lot of self-care with this as well to kind of rebuild themselves back up to a point where they're now at a place where I feel like they're ready for a new beginning. And I feel like they're coming out of this phase that they've been in. I'm hearing like ready to roll, ready to go, with a lot more confidence with this Poise card and Yang, with a lot more confidence in their ability to create and a lot more understanding of what they want to create, and knowing that they are, what their potential is. They have more faith in their potential now. And with No Place Like Home, I feel like this journey for them has been a lot about figuring out who they really are and what they really want, opposed from what other people want or like maybe this person has had people that have tried to control them as well. And they may have thought like certain situations that were maybe actually like hurtful for them or suppressing. It may have been like a comfort zone for them is what I'm getting. So I feel like this is kind of them stepping out of their comfort zone, deciding that they want better for themselves, and deciding that they'll always be okay as long as they're at home within themselves and they're confident with being, and they're true to themselves. They're realizing values about that. So I feel like you guys may fall into two groups. If this is someone you've known for a long time, I feel like they're going through this time period where they're really assessing if the people in their life should have a place in their heart or whether or not they're seeing them with rose-tinted glasses. And so if you're someone that's known this person for a long time, like let's say if they've been maybe making, I would feel like this person would have then been making like different kinds of moves recently, or you may feel like they're just going through a lot and they may be changing, or they may have been secluded for some time. They may be doing things that are a little bit different than how they've acted in the past is what I'm getting. So if that's your situation, I feel like this person's thinking about you because they're trying to figure out whether or not, and this is the same for if you're a new person, those are the two situations. I guess the other situation, I'll go into it now, is that you could be a new person in this person's life, okay? This could be someone new that you met, and this person is trying to push themselves to be open to what is good. It's like this person is coming out of a phase, or maybe they've been overly protective of their energy even, where they maybe even started having boundaries that were too high, right? And so it feels like they're kind of finding this equilibrium right now between not wanting to live in like fight or flight mode where they always feel like they have to defend themselves and they're always like kind of suspicious of everyone. They want to move into a time period of ease where they trust that they are high quality and they are deserving of high quality relationships, and they will attract that. They're in this energy of like believing that and wanting that to come in. They're balancing that optimism out and that knowingness of what they deserve and that excitement for newness with discernment and making sure that they aren't too far on that spectrum, right? So they're trying to find this balance point is what I'm getting. And so it feels like if you're new, this person's trying to vet you and trying to really ask themselves how they feel about you and whether or not like you are a safe person. It's like this person really assesses, is this person safe? As in, are they someone who's wanting to add to my life? Like, so this person doesn't want people in their life that are just going to kind of try to take from them, or people that are not being honest with them, that aren't true to themselves. You know, they're trying to kind of weed that energy out of their life. And so I feel like the reason why they're thinking about you is they're reflecting on you and they're thinking about whether or not you're in alignment with where they're trying to go. And so we also have strategy at the back of the deck here. Yeah. Strategy, and then victory underneath, and woman holding a heart. Yeah. And then a broken heart underneath, which is interesting. So it's like they're trying to be smarter through what they've learned and have more agency and making sure that they're taking the right actions, that they're taking a front seat in their life to make sure that they find victory. And to not kind of let other people control them or make decisions for them. They're trying to take control of their own life. And a big part of this is like who they let into their circle. It's like they only want people who are have genuine unconditional love to share with them, because that's what they want to share. That's what they want to give. And so they're just wanting to be victorious when it comes to their discernment about who's a good person in their life is kind of what I'm getting. And I feel like this person's really, literally this is so interesting. We have broken heart and then caring connections. They're looking for caring connections, and they're mending this broken heart still with the this is Four of Swords energy, rest and rejuvenate. They're healing their heart chakra. And so right now they're really in need of people that see their value and love them for who they are and don't take from them or drain them. So yeah, this person's thinking about you because they're trying to figure out whether or not you work in the creation or if there's maybe things that they aren't seeing. And so for some of you, it may be that you have really honest intentions, but because of this person's past, they're having to do this to honor themselves. They're having to be protective of themselves because they've had to legitimately do that in the past. And so now they're kind of just having that extra layer of protection. So I feel like if you're someone who does have good intentions with them, know that this person's behavior is not meant to make you feel like you're not enough. It's just meant to make sure that they do invest in the right energy, because I feel like when this person does connect with others, I feel like they really, it's like a deep tie. It's like ride or die. So I think this person is just really trying to avoid misplacing their loyalty in situations that are going to bite them later on. And they're really hoping to connect with people who see their value and want to contribute energy to their life in a helpful, positive manner, is what I would say. And with the Hunter here, this is at the back of the deck. This talks about, it's like they don't want to let anything distract them from their goals. It's like this person has visions for where they want their life to go based on what maybe didn't work in the past. And they don't want to let any illusions or like temptations kind of get them off their path. So that's a part of why they're thinking about you. So let's see what more specifically comes through with tarot now. And I think this person just truly wants to be happy and like wants to move into an era, really wants to sow seeds and build a strong foundation in their life right now, and avoid past mistakes, really. All right, why is pile number 3's person thinking about them? We have the Lovers. We have the Five of Pentacles. I think I might have to, here's a little Aquaphor thing. I have to cover her chest because YouTube doesn't allow it. So that's why. We have the Four of Wands. We have the Hierophant in reverse. We have the Six of Pentacles in reverse. And we have the Eight of Swords in the reverse position. And the Ten of Pentacles in reverse. Okay. So this person is really thinking about you because they, there's an energy here of them really thinking long term about what, and this kind of confirms things, but I'll just keep going. It's giving more details. It's like they're wanting to be very mindful for like a long-term plan in regards to investing in situations that they think will be supportive of them and they think that they can grow upon with. And they also want to make decisions that are self-honoring, that are loving towards themselves with the Lovers here. And so I feel like this person maybe is wanting to make a choice about you. That was coming through. And with the Hierophant here in reverse, it's telling me that this person wants to make a loving choice that honors you, because I think this person also wants to, definitely doesn't want to hurt anyone else and does not want anyone to ever feel abandoned or left out in the cold in a way that this person's felt. This person really cares about other people and will be affected by hurting others, which is good. But with the Hierophant in reverse, there's an energy here of them wanting to honor their own unique values. So like, even though they want to make loving decisions with the people in their life, they do want to make sure that they're honoring themselves above anything else and their values, and that they aren't committing to something and sacrificing and abandoning themselves, abandoning their own values, abandoning what matters to them. And with the Eight of Swords in reverse, it's like, I feel like this person is thinking about if they do either continue to have a relationship with you or begin a relationship with you, depending on who you are to this person. There's just an energy here of them not wanting to be like chained to a situation or controlled or made to feel like they aren't free to be whoever they want to be. It's like they just want to make sure that their foundation is supportive of their uniqueness. And also with the Six of Pentacles in reverse, I feel like this person, there's an energy here where they may feel like very obligated to tend to other people. And I think that's something that's caused them to feel tied up in the past. And so I feel like this person is really trying to avoid situations that are imbalanced in the give and take as well with the Six of Pentacles in reverse. So they may be trying to figure that out, whether or not this is a situation that takes from them more than it gives to them. Also, whether or not they don't want to feel abandoned as well. But I do want to clarify just to see exactly what they're thinking with that. So why is the Five of Pentacles here, please? Yeah, we had the Devil here. Yeah, so I feel like what this person is afraid of, It's like they don't want to be in a codependent relationship where they feel extremely responsible for another person. So I feel like this person is maybe concerned even that committing to you could cause them to not honor themselves. It's like they don't want to be bound to someone and responsible to take care of them. And maybe that's like a wound that this person has had. Maybe this person was parentified as a kid, or they may have always just felt like they need to give to other people even when they don't have anything to give, and even when they don't want to. You know, it's like they maybe have felt really controlled by that. And so they just don't want to be in this position where they feel like guilty and like they feel obligated. There's just an energy here where they don't want any kind of relationship like that. So I guess it'll be up to you guys to figure out whether or not that's been the energy of this connection, or if you're someone who's coming to this and it's like you have really great intentions for them and you definitely don't want this person to overextend themselves for you. I feel like it'd be a really good idea to tell this person your intentions if you do want them in your life and you do want to like give to them, like you don't just want to take from them. I feel like you should let them know that like their happiness and their well-being and their values are something that you want to honor and something that you want to support, and you definitely don't want the foundation of this to be something that is exploitative or something that is like where you feel bound to someone. You know, it's like this person really wants to find relationships where people are allowed to be individuals, they're allowed to be uniquely themselves, and there's no shame or guilt for that. There's no like gaslighting, there's no manipulating, emotional manipulation, making people feel guilty, making people feel responsible. And a big, I think, wound for this person is having people around them that don't take responsibility for themselves. And they may blame other people for their problems, or they may feel entitled to assistance. This person does not want that, is what I'm getting. So for some of you, maybe they felt this way about you, and it's going to be up to you to be honest with yourself of whether or not that has been an energy that you've put towards this person, or whether or not this person is maybe just this is what they've experienced in the past, and they may just need a little bit of extra time to open up and realize that that isn't your intentions, you know? And this person does want to give you a chance, though. It's like they do want to give you a chance. They do want to make the most loving decision. That's such an emphasis here. It's like this person is truly trying to make the decision that is the most loving for themselves and for another person. And they're not willing to sacrifice their own self-love to give to someone else. And they're also not expecting someone else to choose them if it isn't in their best interest. So they just want a relationship where it's like very consensual. Does that make sense? It's like each person understands that this relationship isn't something that they're obligated to be in. It's something that they're choosing to be in. And as adults, which hopefully you guys are adults watching this, you know, as an adult, like we should become like this person is just trying to really emphasize the need for each person in a relationship that they're with to be very responsible for themselves, essentially, is really what I'm getting. And someone that isn't just going to bring kind of like a vampiric energy to their life, or isn't going to be someone that tries to control them, or, you know, or even like threatens them, or even makes them feel like, because I'm even getting here, it's like, if you don't give to me, then there's repercussions, or like, I'm going to punish you or something like that. I just think this person's dealt with some difficult relationships, honestly. Why is the Six of Pentacles in reverse? We had the Two of Pentacles. Yeah, so this person's very worried, or not very worried, but they just want to make sure that this relationship is balanced. That there's a balance of self and other, that there's a balance of give and take. And they also are very conscious of what they're investing in, because this all talks about prioritization. They only want to prioritize things in their life that are equal. Why is the Hierophant here in reverse? We had the Four of Swords. Yeah, it's like they just want their autonomy, and they don't want a draining relationship, or one that like puts demands on them that cause them to feel guilty if they don't betray their own needs or betray themselves in some capacity. Yeah, so that's what I'm seeing for you guys, pile number 3. So for the extended reading, I'm going to be looking at exactly how this person feels about you right now. I'm going to be getting what they want to say to you. And then we'll also be getting you guidance on how to best move forward in this connection based on what you want out of the situation. Like what the best approach is, and like maybe what the worst approach is. So that's what I'll have for the extended reading. It'll be linked in the description box underneath the timestamps. Other than that, I want to say thank you so much for taking the time to be here. I really appreciate having you in the community. And if you do want to see more love or guidance readings, I would love for you to subscribe so you can see future videos from the channel. And if you guys do have an extra second or you're able to hit the like button or leave a comment, that feedback is really helpful for me and I really do appreciate it. So thank you. Without further ado, I send you guys so much love and I hope to connect with you again sometime soon. Hello, pile number 4. If you chose the Mermaid Tarot and the clear quartz crystal heart, this is going to be your reading where we're looking at who is thinking about you and why are they thinking about you. There is some beeping going on outside. I don't know how loud it is, but hopefully it'll stop soon. But anyways, what I'm hoping to pick up on is who is the most prominent energy in your energy field that is sending you energy, thinking about you, and I really want to get to the bottom of why they are thinking about you. So we will also be doing an extended reading where I will intuitively be picking the topic. For the other piles, we've gone into this person's feelings for you, messages from them, and guidance, but I'll see if I want to adjust that. But anyways, let's get into the reading. So we're going to start off with who this person is and just kind of describe some of their attributes so you can figure out whether or not you know this person, if you feel like this is your pile or not. So we have the dragon as the animal oracle card. We have miser, stubbornness, inflexibility. This card has literally come out for like almost every reading. So I don't know what's up with that, but we have the catalyst, radical changes, taking control. We have scholar, investigation, and research. The astronomer, discovery, augury. Also, the Taylor Swift song Fearless is coming through. And I'll explain more in context of what I'm getting in regards to that, but I just thought I would let you guys know because it's really loud. It's like, head first, fearless. So that song's coming through. So we have fortune, escape, restlessness, optimism, and acquisition. So the energy vibes I'm getting here is I'm sensing some earth energy, especially Taurus and Capricorn. Not as much Virgo, but potentially Virgo. I'm also getting sun energy, Leo, Aries especially, and Sagittarius. I think Leo, Aries, and Sagittarius have all come through in these, and then also Taurus specifically. So, and also Pisces, but I'll explain how that comes in. So for you guys, pile, let me just put these in the middle. For you guys, pile number 4, I feel like this is someone, they're definitely coming through with a more masculine energy. This feels like a person that definitely has a stronger lower 3 chakras, as in their solar plexus, and that's actually what the dragon represents, is the solar plexus chakra. And it has to do with our confidence, our self-worth, the way we see ourselves, our ego as well. And then we have the sacral chakra, which is about our feelings and being in touch with our needs. And that's like that Taurus energy I'm picking up on, where it's like being really in tune with what we want and like what actions we need to take to get it. And then we also have a strong root chakra here, where I feel like this person is very good at, has thus far been good in this life at creating stability, is good at achievement, definitely believes in themselves. Like I feel like this isn't someone that, this isn't like a timid person. This is someone who's comes across at least very confident in themselves, maybe even sometimes a little bit like egoic, and even I want to say cocky sometimes. I'm kind of getting a little bit of a cocky energy, but I do think it's really charismatic, and I do think this person maybe rubs some people the wrong way, but I feel like they also are, people like them. I feel like this is someone who people want in their life. Like this is someone who brings a lot to the table because they are so intelligent as well. That was another thing I was getting. So there could be air signs here too, but just it's mainly coming through in this sense that this person's very logical and logic based. Like this is someone who has good analytical capabilities. And I feel like this is someone who has pretty impressively created in their life. I feel like there's someone that's very dedicated to their goals and someone who's almost always able to find the solution to any of their challenges in their route to into meeting their goals, into achieving what they want to achieve and getting what they want to get. But I do feel like because this person truly, I mean, they're good. Like, like this person has things that they definitely should be proud of. I do feel like sometimes this person's pride in everything they've accomplished, or just like in who they are and like what their skills are, that this person's very confident in themselves. Like, it's coming through that way. And like, even if they have low self-worth, their ego is still strong, and there are certain things that they just feel very, I want to say, a little bit like superior in. Like, I feel like this is the kind of person who really trusts their own judgment and doesn't really give too much time a day to what other people think, because they just trust themselves, especially because they've already had certain experiences. They just feel like they are the most, they're like a leader, you know. They feel like they don't doubt themselves. They don't doubt their own opinions. They feel like theirs is just as good, if not better, than anyone else's. And I think that this person actually, though, is reaching a time in their life where they may be running into certain situations where their usual strategy, which I feel like is very like gung-ho, move forward, don't look back, use logic, is not working for them anymore. And I feel like this could be because the universe has set them up for like a lesson, or to like start integrating more feminine energy, especially with this Pisces energy here, and also with the astronomer card. This card talks about basically that your past is no longer going to be a good indicator of how you should move forward. So you have to start being open to your intuition, and potentially even be open to the advice of others. And so I feel like this person can get in their own way when they get too rigid or too dogmatic in what they believe or what they think works. And so while this person is kind of like a force to be reckoned with, like they make a lot of progress in their life and they don't let much hold them back, I feel like they've recently come to the realization that there is need for them to start shifting their approach in life. And I'm not exactly sure why this is, but it's just coming through. And it feels like because their usual approach isn't working, I feel like it is a small like ego death for them. And I feel like they are going through a little bit of like a ego death where they're starting to see that like they do have weaknesses. And it's almost like instead of being so attached to like seeing through the ego self, we can go into that observer mindset and kind of see ourselves more clearly. And I feel like this person has recently, probably to their own dismay, kind of been realizing that they do have certain blind spots, or some of their flaws do actually get in their way and prevent their progress. And I feel like once this person sees that that's the truth, they're not just going to ignore it, but I feel like it's just this process of this person actually getting to that point where they realize they maybe do need to reassess themselves, and maybe they could do things differently or better, or maybe other people do have opinions that could help them. And so I feel like this person is just almost having this realization about that. They're seeing themselves more clearly, especially in regards to their flaws. Because I feel like they've seen their strengths well because they have this confidence, but it's almost like they're needing to kind of put their ego in check in order to move forward into this next stage of their life. Yeah, that's what I'm seeing about this person. So let's get some tarot just to further confirm who this person is. Hopefully by this point you feel like you have an idea of who they are. You're of course welcome to listen to get more clarity, or you can check out another pile if you don't really feel like this is making sense to you. And I feel like this person is the kind of person that like, even if there's like a billion roadblocks or challenges, I feel like they just like bulldoze through them. But I feel like there may be a situation where they really need to like disengage and like reroute. Like it may just be that like their usual approach isn't going to find them success, which is unusual, but it's like built that way. So then they have to tap into this other energy and kind of see where, you know, they may need to grow still, or where they may need more flexibility, right? Because we have inflexibility as well. So okay, who is pile number 4's person? What can you tell us about pile number 4's person to help pile number 4? We have the Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, it's like this very dedicated energy that this person is like responsible. They're like reliable. Like they will stay until they get the job done, is this kind of person's energy. Yeah, 10 of Pentacles. And it's like they may be focused on building fortune for themselves. They may be trying to build a legacy. This person's like money is really important to them, and their ambition and their work ethic is something that's definitely notable. I feel like they also may be very educated. They're definitely a hard worker as well. We have the Page of Wands here. Yeah, but I do feel like with the Page of Wands, they may be in need of being more open towards a new path. And that may just be a stark contrast to what they're comfortable with doing, you know? It's like, I feel like what's always served them is being that rock and being that, like, stable force that doesn't, like, waver. Okay, we have strength, yeah. And this person prides themselves on their strength. They pride themselves on their determination and how they don't let their fears get to them, you know? It's like this person truly has a lot of courage and resiliency as well. Be the Seven of Pentacles. Yeah, they're so long-term thinking. Like, this person is the kind of person that, like, will be patient with something if it is going to lead to success. And that's just kind of confirming that with the Seven of Pentacles. And they're always thinking, like, strategically, like, where, like, they don't make impulsive, or they may make impulsive decisions sometimes, but they don't make decisions based on emotions, or, like, because they're feeling really emotional about something, and they don't really, like, trust their emotions is coming through as well. Maybe something they need to grow in. One more for who pile number 4's person is. All right, we have the Star in reverse, and then we have the Seven of Swords here. Okay. So again, this person I do think can be very strategic. I feel like they don't put all their cards on the table as well. With the Star in reverse, I do feel like they may be very wary of almost having false hope or being naive. I feel like this person may even think sometimes that being too, like, adventurous, like, maybe this person needs more adventurous and adventure in their life because of the Fearless song, head first, fearless. And this person is fearless, but maybe they always thought, like, maybe they thought moving towards a new path was something that was foolish or naive, and they maybe have, like, actually had a fear of doing things differently or walking down a different path because they've always done things the same way. And it's like they maybe haven't even realized that, like, maybe they just, their ego labeled it as, like, that would be a weak idea. Like, that'd be me, like, quitting on what I'm doing, or, like, that wouldn't be smart. But deep down, maybe they are actually really afraid of that. And I think they are afraid to have hope in a different trajectory. They'd almost rather stay where they are and kind of, I'm getting this energy of someone who wants to stay put where they are and build around them rather than go find where they want to be. It's like they almost just want to keep, not hoarding, but they want to build their empire around where they're standing. And they want to fend off any threats that come towards them, but it's like they want to stay put. But I think what this person's being guided to do is seeing the strength of trusting in your intuition and how that's actually really scary, right? Yeah. And so with the Seven of Swords here, I feel like they may, I'm kind of just getting an energy of strategy. This person's very strategic, and I don't know. This is a random message. They may, like, really keep their, like, professional life. They may just kind of be two different people. Like, maybe when they're at work, they're, like, this one persona, and then when they're somewhere else, like, they have a lot of interests that they don't share. Like, I feel like this person can just kind of, if you met this person, or at least if I met this person, like, I feel like I would not really understand them that well, just because they don't really move based off of emotions, which I do. So I feel like for them, it's strategy, and it's like, they don't just, like, reveal information for no reason. Like, they don't just say things because they're insecure. Like, not saying everyone does this, but I'm saying, like, for me in the past, I feel like for a fact I would just, like, overshare because I was feeling, like, nervous or something, you know? And I feel like this person is just very strategic. Like, they don't really, they try to not take the wrong step, you know? They like to be patient and watch how things unfold and then kind of act from there. And I think that that's gotten them really far thus far. So this is the person we're talking about. Hopefully you know who this is. I am now going to pull some oracle cards for why this person's thinking about you. And then we'll go into tarot as well. So I'll be right back with the oracle cards. Okay, so these oracle cards will be going over why this person is thinking about you. And then we'll get more details when we go into tarot as well. But we'll start with this. So we have out trick-or-treating. We're here. This came out in the last pile. When this happens, I'm like, are you serious? But, like, I still take it, but I'm just like, why? Does that have to come out again? We have grieve, begin. We have the 5th chakra, Archangel Gabriel. We have the thinking woman. We have woman holding a coin. We have spirits to guide you. We have cornucopia. We have, both these cards came out again. I reshuffled and they came out again. So we have the Catalyst, Radical Changes, Taking Control. We have the Astronomer, Discovery, Augury. I can't say that word. Augury. We have Imagine, To Be Fair, and Chop Wood as well. So I'm just going to move these down a little bit. Okay. So I'm just hearing, let me reintroduce myself. Oh, what's that song? Let me introduce myself. Oh, I don't even know what that is. If you guys, I don't know, that might have not been enough. But another song that came through as I was pulling these is, which is so cute, I love this song, Strangers Like Me, I think. Yeah, in Tarzan. I wanna know, can you show me? I wanna know about these strangers like me. And so there's just this feeling of this person is thinking about you because they're very curious about you. That they're very interested in you. They're interested in learning about what you know. This person, if this is someone that you already knew from the past, it could be that they judged you too soon through a lens that they had that we were talking about before. Like where this person kind of had this lens where they were more egoic or more kind of stuck in their own ways. And so they could have easily written off other people's perspective or ideas or approach to life, right? And so that might have happened. Or it could be that this person used to kind of write off people that had a similar mindset and philosophy in life as you, and they maybe didn't see the value in it. And it's almost like they're suddenly waking up and realizing the truth of you, and they're seeing the value in you. And it's almost like this shocker where it's like, oh my God, I can't believe I didn't realize that pile number 4 is exactly what I need. Or like they have the key to me figuring out like what I need to change, or like I feel like I need to be more like them, you know? And so I feel like another potential with begin here, it may be that you've had a new beginning, or they're seeing your success, or they're hearing you speak with fifth chakra, the thinking woman. I don't know if this person has an ability to listen to like what your philosophy is, or if like your work is public, or if you post things on social media, or if you've shared like certain works with this person. It's almost like they're suddenly seeing that they weren't really fair with you, and they maybe didn't honor your wisdom that you have. And so it's also possible, this is for some of you, this doesn't have to be for everyone, that with this cornucopia here, they may be seeing your success in something that they maybe didn't think could be successful, or something that they maybe wrote you off and thought that like you wouldn't really make something of yourself, or that like your ideas weren't really rooted in what could actually happen. And it may even be that now that they see the abundance that you have, they may be very like interested in you and like, how did you do that? And with spirits to guide you, I feel like this person also thinks about you, because I feel like they think you are in touch with like spirituality, or they may feel like you have a guidance system that they don't understand, but I feel like there's this sense of awe about it, and they're opening up to seeing the value of it. And I feel like through doing that, they're grieving maybe what they closed the door on in the past, either with you or other people that are like you. They may be grieving, they may just be grieving the loss of an opportunity, especially those of you that have known this person over time. It's like they are realizing that they weren't fair with you, and they're realizing that they judged you too quickly. And it's almost like now, if anything, they almost want to ask for your help, is like the reason why they're thinking about you. They may want to communicate with you or ask you for guidance, but I also feel like that would be such like a moment of humility for them that I think each person's going to be at a different level of where they're at. We also have boundaries at the back of the deck, so they may think that they don't have access to you, or they may even feel like they don't know if like you would want to hear from them. But I just feel like this person has taken a lot of interest in the way you express yourself, your wisdom, the way your mind works, the way that you think about things is suddenly really interesting to this person. Or if you're a new person in this person's life, they're just like incredibly like, oh my gosh, like this is what I need. So for some of you, it doesn't have to be that you knew this person in the past, you might have. It feels like a lot of you have, but if not, and this is someone new you're meeting, this is someone who is recently kind of waking up on a level to maybe even having somewhat of a spiritual awakening, because I feel like this person was so rooted in their lower chakras that they may even be having like their energy moving upwards. So they may be suddenly kind of seeing things from this more objective viewpoint, because we even have the observer here, right? And for me, that talks about that like meditative observer's mind, where you can kind of see things objectively and see the bigger picture without like the ego kind of tainting the viewpoint that you have or making things distorted through the ego's lens. It's like, I feel like they're kind of seeing clearly right now. And I think they're thinking about you because I think they're imagining what you guys could have, or they may be trying to figure out what potential there is to build together. They may even want like, they may even want to work with you. They may want to pick your brain. They may just want to they may even just want to watch you, but I feel like there's just this energy. And with that observer card too, they may even just want to like observe you. And it's like, I just think they're in awe of you. And like, I think they do want some of what you got going on though. I'm really feeling that. And they may want your advice. They may be too proud to ask for it, but there's just this energy of like, I don't know, they maybe just didn't, they may just be feeling like they're ready to dream bigger than they have been. I feel like they're ready for a new beginning, and they may be looking to you for information on how they can do that, because maybe they don't even have as much experience in pivoting or in going towards something that, isn't super logical or doesn't have a super traditional route, But I feel like this person is just grieving their past self, or is grieving. Again, for some of you, it's the potential loss of this. For others, maybe it's that they're grieving what they're leaving behind, but it's like they're very much thinking about you because they want to move towards a new beginning. They want to also start on a new path in their life, is what I'm feeling. So let's see. Let's get some more tarot for why. Yeah, the King of Wands came through. It's like you feel like you're in this King of Wands energy, where it's like, it's that visionary energy where you are being creative and you have this vision. And even though maybe other people don't see the vision, it's like this creative expression. It's this very fiery energy as well. And even with the 5th chakra and the thinking woman, like this person may even admire the way that you like speak your truth, or maybe this person wants to start speaking their truth more, or wants to start, like embodying their truth in a different way than they have. Okay, so why is pile number 4 I feel like I need to shuffle again. I'm just getting a random feeling to do that, so I'm gonna, okay. For pile number 4, why is their person thinking about them? We have the Sun. Yeah, it's like they feel like they're getting some kind of clarity through you. They feel this optimistic energy around you, and they feel like the more that they feel like they can get some kind of clarity from you and some kind of hope, and it's like this light at the end of the tunnel, or it's like they even feel like you're like the solution for them in some way, or like that you would shine light on the path forward. It's like they're looking to you in a sense of we have the Hermit here. And this person maybe is spending time, maybe this person knows that you've gone on an inward journey and that you've figured out how to navigate your own path without the light like they're going through now. And so they may be thinking about you because they're in isolation and they're reflecting on everything and they're trying to figure out their path right now. And it's like they may be confused, or they may feel like there isn't an easy solution forward to how to move right now. And I feel like they're thinking about you because maybe you've come out of a time period like that and they know that, or it could just be that they are looking for guidance right now. We have the 4 of Pentacles in reverse. We have Temperance in reverse. Yeah, and I feel like with the 4 of Pentacles in the reverse position, like I feel like there's this energy of realizing how like close to the chest they've been playing it is kind of what I'm getting. And I feel like they kind of want to let down some of their walls is what I'm getting. They maybe have also lost a certain sense of security. And so right now they may be feeling like they are out of balance, and that may be something that's like a rare experience for them, or it may be that they're having a hard time navigating like their emotions or figuring out how to balance themselves out. They may be seeking balance as they think about you, or they may be thinking about how they aren't balanced, and they may see you as like this balancing factor, or they may feel like your wisdom is something that could bring them peace or bring them like alchemy. It's like I feel like they want to alchemize right now their energy to get to a more balanced place. But let's get more into it. Why is pile number 4 person thinking about them? We have the 3 of Swords in reverse and the 7 of Pentacles in reverse. 4 of Wands at the back of the deck. Okay, I feel like this person is maybe processing some kind of heartbreak. I do want to get more into that. They may be realizing feelings that they've had for the situation, and it may be something that they're processing right now. With the 7 of Pentacles in reverse, there is this feeling that they may be thinking about you because they know they're going to walk on their own path. And there may be a situation that's no longer working for them. And so it may be that now that a certain situation or a certain foundation they had isn't working for them, they're now trying to look for a new foundation, and they're trying to pivot. Like with radical changes taking control, they're realizing that something isn't working for them. But I want to get more. Why is the 3 of Swords here in the reverse position? What is that telling? Why are they thinking about pile number 4 in regards to that? Page of Cups in reverse. They may feel like they owe you an apology. They may even feel like they broke your heart. That's something that's coming through. Or they may be just like out of touch with their emotions overall. Like maybe from a young age they've been out of touch. We'll get more though. It'll come through more clearly. Why is the Sun here? They may just be getting clarity on like their emotional state. Yeah, we have the Knight of Cups here. It feels like this person has had like a blockage around their heart chakra. And again, like with that energy we've been talking about, where it's like almost like the energy freeing up from their... So sometimes our chakras are almost overactive. So let's say this person's solar plexus chakra was overactive. It could mean that their heart chakra was underactive. And when that happens, we can have like less emotions, and we can like care less, or we can be more closed off towards people. And so it may be that there's kind of this clarity coming through for them right now about their feelings and about how bad, like all these emotions that maybe have been suppressed or blocked. It's like they're suddenly having a heart chakra opening. And it's like moving up through their throat chakra to their third eye. It's like they're having an awakening for a fact. And this person maybe has always been so independent, but I feel like the Tower, it's like something's fallen apart where their logic's no longer working for them. They're realizing things they weren't able to realize before when they weren't in touch with their emotions. With Temperance in reverse, yeah, it's like I'm hearing I'm losing it. I think this person is going through a heart chakra opening. A blockage is being removed, and I feel like it's kind of balancing their ego out and balancing out these perspectives that they had that maybe protected them from feeling like pain in their heart or like emotional feelings. And I feel like they're thinking about you because maybe they had feelings for you that they didn't acknowledge or that they didn't realize, or they are just suddenly awakening feelings for you right now, and they're just getting clarity on it. They're getting clarity on maybe how sad they are about certain things with that grief card. They may be processing emotions. Maybe this person was like emotionally numb before. All right, why is the Hermit here? We have the Wheel of Fortune reverse. Yeah, I feel like there's been some reversal in fortune for this person where they're having to walk a path alone, or they're having to rely on their own intuition. And it feels like the world, it's almost like this energy, because I feel like this person's been on the positive side of the Wheel of Fortune. Like I feel like things have just kind of, even though they have faced challenges, things have worked out for them. I feel like this may be like the first time in their life where they feel like a lot is really falling apart. And I think the reason why they're thinking about you is because, number one, it may no longer be a distraction, like whatever they had like this tunnel vision on, like whatever they were building in the 3D, like the material possessions, stuff like that. I feel like they just put so much energy into that. And it's almost like now that that's falling apart, there's this inner guidance starting to come through. Like they're tapping into their own intuition. And I feel like that's kind of like shaking them. Like that's they're feeling shook by that experience. Why is the Seven of Pentacles here? Yeah, we have the Moon. It's like all of this shadow work, like all of this unseen stuff is what I want to say, like is surfacing. It's like this person is starting to see the darker side of a certain situation. And I also feel like they're just in the dark right now about where they should put their energy. I feel like this person has a lot of fears. I think this person's very afraid right now. I think they feel out of their comfort zone, and I think they're looking to you like a guiding light, honestly. And they've lost their sense of security. Why is the Four of Pentacles here in reverse? With the Six of Cups in reverse. Yeah, and they may have blocked off their heart, you know, with the Four of Pentacles. It's like they may have just always put their own security above like their emotions, and they may just be feeling like really nostalgic about the past. Maybe with you, but even like it's almost like this energy where imagine that certain things have happened throughout your life, but if you weren't processing them, it's kind of like built up and waiting. I feel like this person's having like this huge release where they're really starting to feel their feelings, and it's bringing up a lot of the past for them to come up and heal now. But it's almost like through doing that, through letting those emotions clear, they're able to feel more clearly about what direction they want to move in regards to their feelings and their heart. It's not just about like practicality and intelligence and logic. It's this person suddenly realizing how imbalanced they've been in regards to their emotions, like not really having enough. Yeah, we have the Two of Wands in reverse. Two of Swords. Yeah, it's like this person doesn't know where to go with the Chariot there as well. Yeah. So this person's thinking about you because they feel lost right now. And that's an experience that's really disorienting for them. And I also feel like this person's thinking about you because I feel like emotions about you are really surfacing, or they're getting a lot of clarity on how they feel about you. And I feel like they don't know what to do. They don't know what to invest in. They don't know what direction to head in. And so they're really looking to you right now for solutions, it feels like. So yeah, that's why this person is thinking about you. So I'm now going to take it into the extended, where I'm just going to go with what we've been doing. So we're going to be looking at how this person's currently feeling about you. So we're going to tap more specifically into what their feelings are, what they're realizing about their feelings. We're going to be looking at what they'd want to say to you. So we're going to channel a message using tarot. And then we're going to get you guys advice on whatever you need to hear about this connection, whatever you need to know to move forward, what is like in your highest good, what do you need to know about this? So I'll have that link down below. But other than that, that's what I have for the YouTube reading. Thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate your presence. If you guys do have an extra second and are able to hit the like button or give a comment, I really do appreciate that feedback. It really supports the channel, makes a big difference. So thank you guys. And if you are interested in seeing more love and guidance readings, I would love for you to join the community and subscribe so you're able to see future videos from this channel. And other than that, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. I'm sending you guys lots of love, and yeah, I hope to connect with you again sometime soon.